There was recent frustration, outrage is a better word actually, about a creative choice by Mappa with Attack on Titan Season 4. I say creative choice because, well, that's all it was. So-called fans of the show harassed Mappa Studios and Teruyuki Omine, the creative director of Episode 5, because the music choice he used. The music choice. These people were so upset and so vocal with their outrage that Omine was forced to lock his Twitter, and it had to call for a direct statement from Mappa staff members, and it's all just very, very disappointing. It's one of the few times when I've been really saddened by the anime community. Even though we can be very split on opinions at times, to let it go as far as harassing people who are just producing content for us under a really rigorous schedule in the midst of a global pandemic is just so sad. So if you didn't know, during this scene, after watching it, many fans wanted the OST from Season 2 to play. And I see their reason completely. This part I can justify. I mean, it would have been poetic in a way, that the same OST used when Reiner shows Eren he's a Titan and betrays him is played back when Eren reciprocates the action. It would be a nice callback to one of the best moments in Attack on Titan so far, easily. But it's not like the music choice on Omine's part was bad either. It was a similarly epic soundtrack, and I certainly felt hype watching the scene. Honestly, if people didn't bring it up, I never would have even thought of the OST from Season 2 to be used. And while it might probably be a slightly better creative choice, I can't understand degrading Omine because of that. And some people got extremely upset, and took to harassing him and Mappa for doing this. Along with the criticism we're already seeing with fans who are upset with the use of CG, it's terrible to see people making this season come to fruition being criticized for it. Being an Attack on Titan fan has had its ups and downs. I mean, longtime fans remember the 4-year wait we had between Season 1 and 2. That was brutal. And recently, with a surge in popularity, which I honestly didn't even think was possible considering the show has been massive since Season 1, the show has amassed a fan base that is nothing short of monumental. Many praise Attack on Titan for being one of the best anime of this decade, and for the most part, fans are generally united in loving the show. But recently, it's got out of hand. Along with this harassment of the director, I see fans who demean other anime for the sake of praising Attack on Titan on TikTok and Twitter all the time. And I don't mean for this to represent a majority of the fan base, nor do I even think it's a large number of us. For the most part, we're just people who enjoy good anime. But with a huge fan base, there are bound to be bad apples, and this is just proven with the recent outrage. Mappa has had more than a full plate recently, with the struggles of COVID, which are prevalent everywhere, as well as having other huge blockbuster anime like Jujutsu Kaisen that they have to handle every week, and they're on a time constraint. I think people who criticize the director forgot too that the people making Attack on Titan, producing this entertainment for them, are humans too. And to degrade them in such a way just for the sake of justifying your own opinion is cruel and disrespectful. And the statement from the staff member from Mappa basically said the same thing, and it's just terrible to see them have to resort to this, a written message to please stop harassing them and let them do their jobs, which they've already been doing the best they can. I mean, to address the gripes with CG, which is of course upsetting to various degrees depending on who you talk to, I don't think the anime fans publicly criticizing the CG understand how hard it is to make animation like what Wit Studio did with Season 3 and before that even. And I think they're forgetting there were holes in Wit Studio's animation as well. When they even tried to do CG, it ended up looking like this. Unless we're talking about Ufotable, which is a company with just unbelievably incredible animation, Attack on Titan in the previous seasons is easily top tier animation-wise. But animation in itself is super hard to do and takes a super long time with a really big budget if you're going to make it look good. And once Wit Studio was no longer able to maintain that, the only studio that was even willing to take on such a big project and fill such big shoes was Mappa. CG is cheaper and easier, and I don't think it's anyone's preferred animation style, including the creators of the show. So it needs to be said that sometimes they just have to do it. I don't think anyone really wants to resort to CG. It's a necessary evil. Animation budgets and time allocations aren't boundless, and sometimes it needs to be accepted, which most fans have done, and done well. One thing that I was really happy to see was the Thank You Mappa movement that we saw on Twitter after all the outrage. And this really shows what a true fandom is, what fans of an anime really do to support the creators and to show the love for the shows they love. I think this is a better representation of Attack on Titan fans in general, or at least I would hope so. And for anyone who participated in this or supported it, I do give thanks. We can only hope to improve, and seeing this gave me hope after seeing something that was very depressing. I mean, the people complaining across social media surely aren't Berserk fans, because then they would truly know the struggles of having a bad adaptation, which Attack on Titan is far from. If anything, we should be grateful that Mappa took on the project after WIT couldn't do it, and that they've managed to make CG look as good as it does, something that many shows fail to do. I've kind of gone on a rant here, but it's because as a longtime member of the anime community, meeting friends through it, starting a YouTube channel that I devote dozens of hours to because of it, it's really saddening to see people who can't accept anime for what it is. It's a business with real people working behind creating a product that they always hope their fans will enjoy. To bring the director of an anime and the staff members into your own complaints and opinions is honestly just super disappointing, and something that I hope the anime community learns from and doesn't repeat. And I don't normally report the news or recent real-life events on my channel, but I felt that as a primarily Attack on Titan focused channel, it was only appropriate. So sorry if this video wasn't as entertaining as usual. I mean, it is a pretty upsetting topic, so I'm not sure how entertaining I could even make it if I wanted to. As always, this has been the Anime Culture Corner. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for future in-depth show, manga, and character analyses.